could see. What's up, fool? Oh shit! What the was that? All right, I just heard something. That was loud. All right, I'm gonna take you guys.
Okay, what you guys just heard, this baby crying, I went on YouTube. You can get any number of sounds, overlaid sounds, whatever you want on YouTube. You can get it all on YouTube. I found that exact sound on YouTube. And you're out in this middle of nowhere, in this dangerous private place. What is a baby doing out there? So I'm gonna play that sound for you, and it sounds very similar. No doubt he got it off YouTube sound somewhere. Now that sounds like just a generic, like one of those doorbells or motion detector or something. When you walk by, it goes da-da. One of those. That's what that sounds like. And the way did you notice the spelling? I don't know if he did that on, it was an accident or something, but did you notice the spelling on the wording that he put?
What the was that? Alright, hold on, let me see if I can get the audio back up on this one working. Okay, update. So I have a bit of a problem. I was doing the recording and I had my night vision camera inside the room, and as I was recording the camera, I just started seeing a light outside, and I ran outside to go seeing what it is, and a car had pulled up right to the front of here. Now the thing is, you could just think, oh, they're probably just there chilling. I'm in the middle of nowhere. There should be nobody here. This is like private land. There's nobody here.
So this is a private land. Nobody's supposed to be there. You're in the middle of nowhere, yet you're there.
But a suspicious red car just pulled up to the front, stopped, looked into the entrance, went that way, and turned off their lights. There's no other way out from that other road. I've checked it. The thing is that they're still there. I don't want to leave because I have to return this car tomorrow. So I'm on my pretty much last night with this car, and this just happened.
So you're in the middle of nowhere. Somebody's there that you don't know. You're freaked out, yet you don't want to leave. That does not sound like a very good plan, Franko. When I first started my channel, I had help from Josh from Exploring with Josh, and I had help from Amy. I had help from Christy, and they have a channel called RNK All Day. They used to do explorations. They live up in New York. She's been very helpful, and every one of those people has said, if you're exploring somewhere or you're at a location doing an investigation and there's a possibility of like a good 90, at least a 95% possibility that it's a person, the best thing to do is just leave. Just leave and avoid any kind of issues. If you've never heard of RNK All Day, I'll link their channel down below or up in the clickable eye. They had a baby recently, so they haven't been really uploading a lot, but I mean, she's been really helpful for me, so has Amy and Josh. So yeah, best thing to do, just leave. What are they gonna do? You know, if you get in your car and you get out before they even have a chance to even know you're leaving, then you've already got a head start, you know. So, what do I know?
So now I'm kind of like panicking because I'm like, what do I do? I don't know what to do. I'm waiting for them to leave, but they just stopped the car up there, and I'm at a standstill right now. I put everything in the car as fast as I could.
So let me get this straight. You had a perfectly good chance to leave. You said you went and you put your stuff in the car and you only took out your night vision GoPro. But you haven't left. You had a perfectly good opportunity to leave. Wait. Vicky, do you smell that? Smell bullshit. That's what I smell.
Ollie just took this camera out so that way you guys could see. I don't even want to have an inch of light on to let them know that I have equipment here. But 100% they know I'm here because they saw my flashlight when they first pulled in. Right over here, it's going to be hard for you guys to see, but right here is where I saw them pull up. They saw me because I had a flashlight on, and that's when I realized, oh shit, there's somebody outside. Then they drove right over here, and they stopped right up here. My thing is that I don't know where they are. They turned off their lights, and if they're on foot, that makes things extremely more dangerous for me. So I'm going to wait it out in the car until they leave, because people die out here. This is where you don't want to be, or if they're going to hide a body, and the last thing you want to do is become a victim. Right.
Okay, again. Darwin strikes again. You just said you're going to wait in the car for them to leave. If you have a chance to get to your car, why don't you leave? I mean, none of this is making any sense. And oh my God, I have not read the comments. I have not gone into the comments yet. But when I get through to this, we're gonna go to the comments, because this Darwin is thinning the herd. Little by little, I swear. I mean, he just won the biggest Darwin award. I mean, I'm gonna go wait in the car for these weird people to leave. Why don't you just leave?
Right now, I think I have a light source right around here. That could be I think that's their car, because they just drove right up through here, and that's where the road ends. So I'm sure they're right up there. You can see their light just a little bit there in the distance. Light just a little bit there in the distance.
I mean, I joke around and stuff, but in all seriousness, no location is worth your safety. It's just not worth it. I don't know if you remember there's a house on Mullen Road that we were told used to be a rail stop or something. The house takes creepy to a whole new level. We were there in the daytime, and some Karen from down the street, a neighbor, ran us off. She goes, I'm going to call the police. You're not supposed to be here. There weren't any signs. There were no signs. There were no trespassing signs, nothing. We went next door, and turns out the guy that lives next door is the owner's friend. And we told him, we're like, look, we're urban explorers. We're private investigators. We're urban explorers. We're paranormal investigators. We're not going to cause any damage. We don't take anything but pictures and video, and we leave nothing but footprints. We're not here to cause any issue. We don't vandalize anything. And he goes, yeah, go ahead. He goes, yeah, you have my full permission. He goes, if anybody says anything, just tell them, he goes, at the time, I think the owner was sick in the hospital or something. I doubt very much that he's still with us right now. God rest. But we cleared that house before we started anything. And we were down in the basement. And down in the basement there was a big mound of dirt. It was weird. It was just a big mound of dirt. But me and Mike could barely fit. There was hardly any room for anyone. You couldn't even stand up straight. It was so low to the ground. And when we came upstairs, we went into the kitchen dining area. We were checking it out and everything, and we just heard this boom from under the floorboards, like someone just punched the floorboards, and we both froze. And there were people that had been there. It's obvious people were there, because the day that we were there was nothing there. But when we came back, there was a mirror hanging on the wall that was not there before. So it's obvious someone was there. and there was a big bird in the dining room. We don't know if it was like a falcon. There's one. Well, Vicky, what kind of big birds do we have in Montana? Anyway, the wingspan on this bird was enormous. He must have got in there and trapped and couldn't get his way, and he starved. But we heard that, and I stopped. I'm like, did you hear that? And he's like, yeah. And it happened again, but it wasn't as loud. And I am not gonna lie, I am not afraid to say I left. I wanted to leave. And I know Beardo has said it, and other people have said it. They're like, you know, you're there for an investigation. You know, you can't just get scared and just leave and run off. Yes, I did get scared, and yes, I did leave. And I will try, I'm gonna re-edit that video and get it up, and I'm gonna clean up the sound so you can hear the bangs. But there's no way in hell that there was anybody down there, because there was a mound of dirt, and there was a way down to the basement from inside the house, and there was a way into the basement from the outside of the house, and you could see across the mound to the outside door that leads to outside. But there's no way in hell anybody was down there. No way. We cleared that house, and Mike had he was packing. He had a pew with him. But I'm like, I want to leave. I kind of want to. And plus, you know, this isn't really an excuse, but, you know, the weather started getting bad. It was starting to snow and everything. So we went back to Vicky. So I will re-upload that video. I will shut up now. Re-upload that video, and I'll try to clean up the sound so you can hear it. But that house is scary. Vicky won't even go to that house. And nothing scares her. Nothing scares her. She won't go to that house. She refuses. Not even in the daytime. And I even asked her, I'm like, what if we go to the police station and get permission from the police? So we're there free. No. I'm not doing it. So I'm like, alright. Alright, I'll shut up and let's finish this video.
Thank God for this night vision camera, because you guys wouldn't be able to see anything. So they did turn on their lights. Either they're leaving, heading out, or they just turn on their lights because they're paranoid. The thing is, if I'm parked at an area with the lights off, and I'm sitting there and I find out there's somebody on foot with a flashlight, I won't be there for long. But if they're still there, and they're not running away, that's because there's more than one person in that car. So the problem is that the path that they're on, there is a lot of rocks. So it's really hard to drive on the gravel, so they have to drive really slowly to get through there. I almost got stuck there because I couldn't find this place the first time I was here. And yeah, so I'm pretty sure they're getting stuck on some gravel or trying to drive as slow as they can, which just makes it more anxious for me, because it's like, are they driving slow because of the rocks, or are they driving slow because they're trying to find me or watch me? Okay, so the problem right now is this is me right here.
So you're sitting in the car, showing on the map where you are, yet you're not making any attempt to leave. That makes no sense to me. If I'm at a location and someone shows up and I don't know who they are or what their intentions are, I'm not just going to go sit in my car and show you on a map where I am. I'm going to go get in my car, start it up, and get the hell out of there.
I'm sitting in the car. The property is right over here. That's the building. They passed the road in front of me, which is right here. They kept going down this road, and the road literally cuts off here. And then right over here is where they're hiding their car in the dark. Alright, I'm running into another issue here, is that these guys are taking too long. I don't know what they're doing, but I've been here for like an hour already, just waiting. And no movement. I did what sounded like a car passing by the back. I don't know how accurate that was, but I have an idea. I'm going to see if I could go to the second floor in the staircase and see if I have a better bird's eye view of whatever's going on. Sorry if I if I don't have my GoPro night vision, the smaller camera, so you see a wide angle right now, kind of left it in the car. Going with the flow. Person who just told me you weren't aggressive. Can you come close to me and tell me your name?
Those are the laziest footsteps I have ever heard in a video. It sounds like someone is just standing there stomping back and forth. When there's footsteps, like when you move, when you walk, you can actually hear your gait. You can hear how you walk, the weight you put on your legs, your knees, your ankles, and everything. You can hear that. This just sounds like duh 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 duh, like someone's just standing there stomping in place.
I just heard either that was like a tapping or that was walking. Right over here. I turn on my flashlight and there's nothing. I will be turning the camera that way in a moment so that way you guys could see.
He says, I'm going to turn the camera here in a minute so you guys can see. Why not do it now? Why not do it now? Oh, I know. He's giving his buddy time to hide and get out of the way. So when he does turn the camera, nothing will be there. Anytime me and Vicky have been on an investigation, anytime we hear a noise, my camera goes right to that noise.
Yeah, she's like, bing.
I head straight to that noise. I'm like, okay, where was that? Where'd that come from? And I turn my camera right directly toward it. Because I want to get that evidence. I don't just sit there and talk to the camera and say, oh, what was that? Yeah, I'll turn the camera here in a second.
What's up, fool? Oh shit. What the was that? Alright, I just heard something. That was loud.
Okay, what you guys just heard, this baby crying, I went on YouTube. You can get any number of sounds, overlaid sounds, whatever you want on YouTube. You can get it all on YouTube. I found that exact sound on YouTube. And you're out in this middle of nowhere, in this dangerous private place. What is a baby doing out there? So I'm gonna play that sound for you, and it sounds very similar. No doubt he got it off YouTube sound somewhere.
What the f was that? Something just happened with one of my cameras.
Okay, what's with all the noise on night visions? Especially Franko. Like, using like a normal camera, like there's no inner, like, whenever he uses his night vision, it annoys me, and my sound sensitivity goes off the charts, because it's like he's rubbing his fingers against the mic, and I don't know if he's doing that on purpose or he just doesn't realize he's doing it. But I've been watching Franko for years, like 5-6 years. I've been watching Franko, and every time I don't know, maybe someone can explain it to me. Maybe the mic on the night vision is more sensitive, and that's why it sounds like that, or what. But it's I cannot tolerate that noise. I don't understand. And this time it's just really noisy, like he's rubbing his fingers up against all over the mic, his gloves, and I just don't understand it.
What? Oh, there's somebody outside. Hold on. I just heard somebody talking outside. I just switched to my other camera, but I 100% heard somebody talking. I don't see these guys' lights anymore. I don't know if they're still there. I don't even know if they're... Maybe they're... But it's just pointed this way for some reason. I did see the light reflect off the trees just a bit. So right now, I just feel super vulnerable because I'm out here alone. And I feel like people know that I'm here. But it's just pointed this way for some reason. I did see the light reflect off the trees just a bit. So right... This is all the way zoomed out. The thing is that that's actually close to where I am. Go directly up to it. I just want to see if I can at least see somewhat what the hell is it. So this is super interesting. As I'm walking closer to where I seen the light flickering, I don't see it anymore. It's like it vanished. I don't know what the cause of that was. The house is way further back behind me. That's the house way down there. So you can see how far I went just to record this stupid light. But upon looking, there's... Right now I'm leaving the location. I wanted to stay and look around, but literally right when I paused the camera and I was walking back to the car to get closer to the house, I heard a gunshot. It was really close by. Okay, so I'm having problems with this.